Hello, everyone. Back. Good morning, everyone. Streaming a little later than I wanted to. Had errands to run in the morning, and then stopped to help a friend that needed some feedback on something that he's working on. But that's done. I did my second cup of coffee. Should be able to get some study warm-up done today. I'm not gonna be drawing the only drawing I might be doing today might be this, because the rest of the day I want to do some game development stuff on my own time. So hopefully I can get a lot done today, and then maybe tonight I might sketch something for myself. We'll see. But let's see here. I'm gonna go grab some music, and then we can get started right away. We're doing cubes today again, but just for like a little bit of a moment. I'm gonna put chill Zelda music. All right, let's get started. Get started with the cube. How's everyone doing today? Everyone doing all right? I know it's Tuesday, but Tuesday, innit? Oi! Alright, we're gonna do the cube, but we're gonna do it in a specific way now that I just remembered that there's something I want to do. Cube-like. Now, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, but there's a reason for it. Symmetry thing. And I'll explain in a bit why I'm doing that. For now, just let it happen. This morning it opened up pretty chilly, so I slept in sweats and slept in sweatpants and a sweatshirt because I mean, for a lot of people it might not be cold, but it was like 19 degrees Celsius yesterday. For us it's pretty cold, and I turned the AC on as well, so I slept pretty cold. And this morning I kept my sweatpants on, and then I just went for a run. So I woke up later than I wanted to. I wanted to wake up at like 7:30 today, but I ended up waking up at 8, which is usually a little later than I normally want to. I like waking up early because then I can go work out early. Otherwise, it cuts into my day. Because lately I've been like, okay, I need to work on a lot of stuff. I need to improve my art. I want to work on myself, my body. And lately, because I'm going to Japan again, I wanted to improve my Japanese. So, not many hours of the day to accomplish a lot of things. And also, I want to get stuff done with my work. So, I don't know, like, I need to balance better because there's also like a ton of things with my work. Speaking of like cold weather in summer, I remember the first time I went to Canada, and my dad was doing like a homestay program because he was learning English in summer, and the guy told us that he was staying, like the house that he was staying in, he was like, "Oh, you guys don't need to bring cold clothing." But he was talking from a Canadian's perspective, but it was like 2 degrees in fucking summer in Ottawa. And we were just like not used to cold weather. Turn this one off. Oh, wait, no. Turning this one off. And then we're doing another layer. This. I'm starting to get better at the cubes. Like, I can do them in one go, almost. Without second guessing myself. Yeah, no, here it's gonna be chilly for a few days, but again, let me see what the weather is right now. It's 23 degrees Celsius, but it feels much colder. Oh god, yeah, I can't imagine being in cold weather for forever. Like, the time I ended up hating... Hey, yeah, TG. I'm going good, doing good. I remember when I was doing English teaching in Japan, I was working at a school, and a lot of people used to tell me, like, a lot of my peers used to tell me, you know, we're saving a lot of energy, most public schools don't comply with this, so in winter, it's going to be very cold, and they're barely going to turn the heater on. I'm like, it can't be that cold. It was extremely cold, and I remember the day it snowed, it was November, and I had to do an oral test. And instead of putting me in like a decent classroom, they put me in like a small classroom that they just use for whatever. And they're like, okay, you're gonna do the oral exam there. And they gave me like it was like a tiny heater. And I was like, just like sitting in this chair, and the heater would only heat up my legs. Not like, because I couldn't prop it on the table because it was made of wood, and you can't really put like a heater on wood. It would just heat up my legs, and then I would have to turn it off because my legs would feel like they're burning. And I had to conduct this, like, the test with like rigid cold, and the kids would just tell me in like somewhat, hold on, I need to lower the volume here, in somewhat like broken English. Not their fault, it's just, you know, they don't know very good English. And then they're like trying to talk to me and tell me like whatever. Some of them were like, and I was just like, yeah, you passed, whatever, I don't get, like, I wanted to get it over with. Like, I wanted to do my job, but it was just like the conditions for doing it were like harsh. It was very cold, and I was like, guys, no, we don't turn heating on, especially for a classroom that we don't use. Because like after the tsunami stuff, like they don't have a lot of like apparently a ton of energy output, so or input, I guess. So they're very conservative with energy. 12 degrees, damn. I experienced drive-through at my new job last Thursday, and my god, oh god. Yeah, I'm not a fan of cold weather in general. You can sort of tell when my trainer legit told me to use the food oven to heat up your hands when you want. Damn. This one gave me a lot of gripe, so I'm gonna be redoing it a few times. It's a little better, but it needs improvement. I know this one for sure is wrong. Roz, when you're out of inspiration and you want to draw, what do you do? Usually my go-to is I will do something else, or I will practice something that I want to practice. In terms of, like, I want to draw, but I have no idea. Well, I'll look at a drawing that I like from an artist or something, and then I will just try to replicate that and do that. Or I do a different activity. I go write something, or I go out for a walk. Typically, I don't like forcing my brain to draw. But usually when you just sketch around, when you doodle, Because if I just want to draw, I doodle. I just do whatever. I try not to think about what I'm drawing. I try not to, like, has to be something. It's, you know, just whatever comes to the canvas. And then at some point, an idea will come out. But I try not to dwell on things that are not working out. Like if I'm sketching something and then like it's sort of coming together, but then I don't feel it, or like it's like taking too much effort to get it to work, I'm like, no. And then I move on. Move on to something else. It's hard to do, but you get to the point where you're just like, no. You know, it's not quite. Or I make a list of things that I want to draw, or like, I think of a character of mine or a character that I like from whatever, and then I'm like, okay, what do I want to, who do I want to draw today? Or, again, I look at something that I like and I try to replicate it. But usually if I'm out of ideas, I try to do something else. I'm like, well, I'm not going to force it. I just make an emoji. Yeah. I mean, I'll default to something that I usually draw, even if it's like tired out. I just do it because like, oh, I want to draw. So we'll do that. Like armpits, I'll draw armpits again. Like, I have nothing to draw? Okay, well, we'll draw this. I think my problem is, I have quite the opposite problem where I have too many ideas, or I have a ton of things that I want to get done, but I can't commit to one thing. So it usually becomes a problem for me, or like I just don't do anything. But I'm trying to be better about it, you know? Yeah, just if you don't have ideas, just, you know, draw something you really like that you've done before. And it doesn't matter if it's, you know, well, that's the 7th time, that's the 20th time in a row that you've done it. It doesn't matter, just do it. Like, if you just want to draw and have the fun of it, or doodle, make shitty emojis or something like that. Don't constrain yourself to, I have to draw a pinup. Like, you can just make emojis. You can just make stupid things. Draw like a meme that you really like Seinfeld or something. I don't know. Or something that's a meme in your own country or something, like, I don't know. Like, just, you can find inspiration somewhere else. If you can't find it on your own, kind of deal. It's okay to, you know, replicate something you really like. sometimes an original idea will come out of something that you like and enjoy. Alright, I need to close the window from my bathroom because the door in the bathroom is closed, so it's really windy, and the door starts shaking. The door starts shaking, so and it bothers me a lot. Let's see here. Check our work. So I can tell you already that this one is wrong because when you look at it here, it's kind of wrong. So that automatically makes these ones wrong, obviously. So this one's correct. Yeah, this one's quite fine. This one's wrong. This one's kind of wrong, but still okay. This one's sort of okay. Fine. Wrong. Wrong. These are fine. And these are fine. Yep. All right. So let me go ahead and bring up the friends that I use. Double check. So we're gonna go over here. And we're gonna go here. Here. So this one is not correct. This needs work. This one's fine, somewhat. Still needs work. This one, a little bit. They're fine. Yeah, I think this one's okay. Just need to rotate it a little bit. That one's fine. This one's okay. Yeah, if you look at these guys over here, they feel adequate. Okay. All right. The reason why I wanted to do these as big as I have not done them before is because I'll show you in a second. Do something interesting. So for today's practice, I want to do heads. The idea is that I keep them inside these cubes somewhat. At least as much as I can, because I want to practice heads. It's going to be a huge thing for me these coming days. Should definitely practice real fit heads too, or at least the construction of. For now, I want to practice them, see where I'm at, and then from there. I want to practice them like that. I have to try to keep them in the perspective that they are at. Because my cubes aren't perfect, this is going to make it harder, but I have to be able to look at these and be able to turn them in my head. Mosquito. Yep. I hate when I see them, I grab the racket to kill them, and then they disappear. So it was a cluster of them too. It's not entirely like that. All right, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for sloping by. Hey, my art is slop, so that's why it matches. Slopping by. Hold on, I'll be back. All right, back. New. Sure. This one. There's this. The good thing is I only have to do like this side, right? And it'll get reflected. So it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Let's make this head bigger. Which is this. I'm only gonna have time to do this maybe. And then I gotta do something on but we'll see. I don't know if I will have time to do the challenge thing here. I'll do it probably on my own after lunch, but it's only Monday today. somewhat okay. We do this one. Maybe too much, I think, but we're gonna keep going because it's about me being able to figure out where the mistakes are. One should be this almost. Some of these I used to do with like guides and stuff. Like I would throw like lines, but I'm trying to do this practice without that. Figure out where I'm going wrong. Try it again with guides, and then find out which ones I'm continually doing wrong. Practice those again. Might look up some studies or whatever, and then go all out and then try again. not the difficult part. Let's see how we get these ones to. Just like that. Start simplifying these because I'm gonna get them done in due time. As long as I get the general idea of it. So then I'm gonna spend a lot of time just trying to correct, and these are supposed to be just practices. Because I already know I'm gonna get them wrong, so instead of like overcorrecting, I can just at a glance look and be like, okay, well this is wrong, that's all wrong. Title's pretty rough. But Codebane has been out for 6 days, and I have 72 hours played. That's 3 days straight. Is it even any good? I mean, you've played it for 72 hours, but I saw that people were being ruthless to it on Steam, so I don't know. Jeez. Because it wasn't even about performance, I just saw people were like pissed at the game. like, I debated getting the game, but the Steam reviews kind of... I mean, it's alright. I prefer this over Elden Ring because at least I don't get my booty cheeks clapped by 7 Knights at the start of the game. I mean, I like Code Vein first a lot, and I love Elden Ring. It's like one of my favorite games. There is a demo out, right? I mean, I could try that and see. Demos on... What? That is so stupid. I guess I'll try it somehow. Like, how am I supposed to get a feel for the game? Were they not confident in the game that they just put the character creator out instead? Yeah, I'm not willing to buy it if I can't try it. There should be a law that forces anyone that gives a service to, like, an electronic service, like a game or whatever, that you should be able to legally try it out before you buy it, instead of having to spend money and then refund it because you didn't like it. Which would force a lot of people to make demos. Because it's just a hassle of, like, having to return. I would prefer if my $70 purchase, or before I make a $70 purchase, I can try it for myself and be like, okay, well, this is worth the money. I like the little that I played. I don't know, I enjoyed it very much. I don't see what people are complaining about, and I would have to check if the reviews have improved. But I think a lot of people are complaining mostly that the vibe is different with the game or something like that. Or the things that made the original good don't exist in this one. It's mainly the complaints that I have seen. I'm not a fan of the removal of multiplayer. That's one thing people complain about. One thing I didn't like is that they gave us a motorcycle for exploration, but then littered the terrain with debris, making trouble with the motorcycle. What is it with games and motorcycles? I feel like the industry itself is like finding new ways to just excuse themselves with making open world games. Like, see, exploring our world is not difficult. We got it a bike, so you go faster. But then it's still an empty experience. It's like they learned nothing from Breath of the Wild. Jack 2 and 3. See, with Jack 2 and 3. For one, it was a technical marvel because it was on the PlayStation 2, but there was still stuff to do, and like at the very least, Jak 3 I like a little less, but Jak 2 was pretty cool. It was pretty ambitious for what, you know, Jak and Daxter was, and it was peak Naughty Dog before they became a movie slop maker, or like walking simulator company. But even so, I don't think the original team that worked on Jak and Daxter persist. The removal would kind of make sense if you think about it, because they reworked how partners work. You can have them on the field or assimilated to buff you, but having them with multiplayers can potentially break the game. I mean, if multiplayer was like a core thing of like the original, then why not, I don't know, make the game around the multiplayer? I mean, I haven't tried the game, so I can't really talk much, but I'm not gonna do these angles. These are kind of superfluous at this point. You don't normally see like an angle like this. Like, it's too squashed. Because I already have this, and then like if you were to do this one, it's like it's a bit much. It wasn't really a core thing, just something that you could do, because in the original, once you beat a boss or anything, oh, just kind of like how Dark Souls worked. Where people would stand around outside the boss area and just help you. One thing they did differently is the endings. In the first game, you had to play through the game 3 times to get all the endings, where in this one, you can get all 3 endings in a single run. I mean, that's fine. That makes sense, because a lot of people won't be willing to sit through a game 3 times unless you make a good game. I still feel like it's having a different ending for the second time that you run through a game should be a thing that people add to their own games. because it kind of rewards people. Like if you made it something good and people are willing to play it twice, then that should be rewarded, I think. It also kind of gives it more replay value. That's the only thing I don't remember Elden Ring or any of those games doing. They just make the enemies get more difficult the more times you do a new game plus. That's the thing I know. That's a crazy angle. I don't really need to do that one specifically. Let's do these ones. Start with the basic angles first and then move my way all the way to the top. One thing that does help me a lot when drawing faces or heads, really, is that depending on the angle or like the height, the ear goes slower. I'm not a pony, but I'm doing alright. Just getting shit done today. Started my day later than I wanted to, but that's because I had to go out and do some errands. Not a pony. There's way more than I usually do for these practices. But I'm gonna have to do them again because my heads are pretty bad lately. I need to improve my faces. What's wrong? Off the bat, I need to practice that one. Let's do this one. Do a couple more of these, and then I need to head out. I may not like Breath of the Wild too much or Tears of the Kingdom, but the music is still great. Forever Remain, Reign of Time Boy. Twilight Princess I like a lot more too, but the one Wind Waker I like a lot, but I'm not a fan of the sailing aspect to it. Like, I know it's fun for a little bit, but when you do the fetch quest for finding the Triforce piece, it's... oh my god. It is still more manageable than having to play through Breath of the Wild, though. This map is way bigger. I've not played Breath of the Wild or Tears. I still have Skyward Sword for the win. And the Cellophane. Damn. I have not played Skyward Sword. Been watching this YouTuber called Skitty. And she talks about Tears of the Kingdom. She like tears it and open a new one. But she had all of the complaints that I had for it. It's like, yeah, I agree. Because to me, I didn't originally hate. I didn't originally hate. Oh my God, Yama! Thanks for the raid. Thanks for the raid, Yama. I'm still in a dream. Snake Eater. I did not. No, it's okay. No, I appreciate the raids are always appreciated. It's going good. I'm doing this as my study practice today, and then I need to make notes on the ones that I've struggled with. I still have to practice perfect face construction, but you know that's not an easy task. So I'm going to keep it simple. I mean, this is all right. It's a good practice because it forces your brain to start rotating things in your head. Definitely recommend doing these, even if it looks like shit, which mine does. It's very good because then you start looking at yourself critically and being like, okay, well, why is this wrong? Why is this wrong? Being able to identify why some things don't work and working on it is like the most important thing an artist can have. Like, for example, the chin here, pretty big. Needs to be shorter. So the perspective. Cheek needs to be higher here. I'm gonna get to the frame angle in a second. You don't even have to do it for streaming. Like, if you just want to draw for fun and doodle, like, you can do it. Doesn't have to be your lot in life. You can just do it for fun. I think being able to just pick up a pencil and just have fun with it, like, whatever it is that you're doing, is like the fun part for me with art. I take it seriously, which is like for a lot of times I'm like hypercritical of my work, especially when there's a lot of people that enjoy my stuff and like want to give me money for art commissions and stuff. It adds a dimension to it that, you know, I'm like, I need to be better because, you know, people pay good money for this. Yeah, I think the thing about art is that you have to love the process. Because, trust me, it's very frustrating like this. Already, I'm extremely frustrated, but I'm enjoying the aspect of just doing it. Because it's like, well, this is for the improvement, right? Like, I can tell this is wrong, but it's okay. You know, the more I do it, the more I start understanding, and because I take my stuff seriously, I want to improve. I don't want to just be stuck in an endless loop of like, well, you know, my art could be better. I feel frustrated. Well, breaking out of the frustration is the important part, which is enjoying the process, taking your time with it, etc. I see like a lot of YouTubers, like they'll discuss this, like, oh, I turned art into a game and stuff, and it's like, art should be something that it can be a game. You can turn it in whatever you want, but really, my main suggestion with art is basically like, if you can't find a way to enjoy the process, then don't even try to make it like a like gamified or whatever. Focus on trying to understand why can't you enjoy the process, what it is about it. It's a fundamental psychology with it that you just have to know that it's a way for you to express yourself or have fun with it. Because a lot of people nowadays, they're trying to find ways to make art not necessarily into a career, but something they can share and whatever. And what I suggest is like, just focus on it being for yourself, and the process ends up being for you rather than for other people to see. I haven't stopped by a stream in a while, but I saw you've been doing those no redo practice, and oh, I like it a lot. It's it can be frustrating because you start thinking of like, I need to redo this or whatever, but I'm like, no, I'm committing to the mistake. It's fine. Otherwise, like, I'm never going to grow. If I'm constantly trying to correct myself without understanding what about it is wrong, I'm never going to grow as an artist, no matter how much I practice. At least that's what I think. They have been helping. I don't know if I'm getting faster or not, but I realize that I'm less afraid of making mistakes. And I'm more focused on just making art. I was gonna do that now, but I have to do something in a little bit. So I'm gonna do a couple of angles, and then I have to call it. And then when I get back from lunch, I'm gonna I'm not gonna stream it, but I'm gonna do it, and then I have to do some game development today. Probably gonna go to bed late today because I woke up at 8, but I've been doing a lot of stuff in the morning, so I need to recoup that time that I was doing errands. Let's see. I'm actually gonna head out myself. I had an emergency hand stream because my stomach is killing me. Alright, take care, be safe, get some Pepto-Bismol or medicine. Don't push yourself too much. Make sure you get better.
Yummers.
Yummers. Yellow. I'm gonna do this one as racing angle. Alright. I'm gonna do the Freyran angle and then that should be good. Because this is a bit much. I think this is the angle. Yep, definitely need to work on it. think this is fine for now. So let's see. Let's check what we've done. This is fine. This is wrong. This is okay. Needs work. Wrong. It's okay. It's fine. The neck area here is kind of wrong, so somewhat okay. All right, I actually gotta head out. Thanks for hanging, guys. I appreciate it. I'll try to do another one maybe tomorrow or on Thursday, but I'll catch you guys later. But I gotta really head out. I just got a phone call, so I'll see you guys later.